well.
Yeah, I'd want to see a comprehensive layout of everything they investigated and their findings, their witness statements, recordings, videos, all that stuff. I think that's totally valid. I don't see what the problem with that is.
At least you're consistent. I'll give you that.
I get that.
He's consistent when it suits him.
I mean, Seth, do you agree? Do you disagree? Did anything I say there, was any of that unreasonable?
As a reporter, basically, I have to agree with you because that's just how I do things. It's like I wouldn't trust it unless I read through it myself. I'll be real with you. So
right.
So what's the point in?
Why would you just blindly trust the government?
I would read it off to see.
You're the one that
what evidence they had, how they get to that conclusion, and all that good stuff. Yeah, I would read it for that.
Did they
exactly.
What's the point in having an inspector general if you're gonna armchair quarterback what they fucking report?
Well, they released the reports for this purpose exactly.
Exactly. So, yeah, I guess.
I know. No, whatever they say, I'm gonna accept, but I'm just gonna read it for how they came to it. Now, I ain't gonna lie. If I do see something crazy that don't make sense, I would probably have to take the same stance Sid would. If I see something absolutely crazy,
what you just said, Seth? You would accept it. Notice how you said you would accept it and you would read through it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless I see something like absolutely crazy though. Like it would have to be something like, I'm gonna be real with you. It'd have to be something like what Sid said. Like, yes, he was a domestic terrorist linked to Al Qaeda or something, and something crazy like that. I have to be like, all right, bro, what y'all?
I mean, if they proved that, then why wouldn't you agree with it?
Because
but if it was just asserted without proof,
I'm gonna be real with you. They'd have to really link it.
We already have.
I don't.
It already has a.
And if they're over here making claims without linking it to substantial evidence, then I'm gonna be real with you. Yes, I'm gonna cast doubt on it. But I don't think the Attorney General is gonna do that. In all honesty,
I don't think. In all honesty, I don't think so either. But I'm not just gonna say, yeah, no matter what, whatever it is, I will just accept it. Which is what Monty is trying to get me to say.
Right, because you move the goalposts on every argument, and I don't.
No, I didn't. Everyone just said what I said was reasonable. Like
you're coming. It's called malicious compliance. Is what you're doing. You're trying to advocate the panel on your side, and you're saying, "Oh, this is a completely reasonable stance to take." Even though what in practice, what's really going to happen is I'm going to look for flaws or anything I can poke holes in, so that I can say, "Oh, we need to do it again because he wasn't investigated hard enough." That's what
you know what the funniest outcome of this would be is if they find this was unjust use of force, and then Monty comes and argues that the Inspector General is wrong. I mean, there's actually a good chance of that.
Sure, but I'm willing to accept the results.
You would argue with the Inspector General?
No, I said I'm willing to accept the results. Did you not fucking hear me? Or are you fucking God damn,
I didn't.
Dude.
I didn't. So you will just no matter what the Inspector General says, even if they say, "Oh, I think he came here as an alien, was riding unicorns," you'd accept that, huh? You just accept whatever the government says.
Are you fucking serious, dude?
Yeah, dude. I mean, you're the one arguing that you're going to accept whatever the government says.
I wasn't the one. Are you going to fucking shut up? I wasn't the one that inserted impropriety by saying, was he one of the fired ones? You're already trying to cast doubt on it before it even happens. That's why I'm fucking...
I was asking a question. I'll look it up on my own next time.
Yeah, there's no reason to ask the question. It's irrelevant to the subject.
No,
except to be disingenuous. We know what it is. We know what the reason you're asking the question is. It's to be disingenuous.
No. You would do the exact same thing if President AOC came in and fired every Inspector General and put fucking sycophants in.
Whoa.
You would.
Oh, got it. Here we go. Now, nightmare real quick. That's why I held him to it. He said it. He said it.
President.
It was a hypothetical. It was a hypothetical.
Funny ass hypothetical.
And that's how you see. That's how you see this. You see that in this light.
I was trying to say. Just think of how much fucking doubt you guys would be casting if it was President AOC and she did come in and fire all the Inspector Generals, and then something like I don't know, the IRS started killing people in the street, and then there was an Inspector General that she appointed after firing the ones that were already there. I mean, yeah, you guys would do the same thing. Don't act like you wouldn't.
Established you're going to cast doubt on it if it doesn't align with what you want it to say. Congratulations.
No, I'm going to look at the facts of the investigation. I'm going to look at the facts of the investigation.
Don't matter to you.
The
only thing that's going to make you happy is
I'm going to look at the facts of the investigation. I'm going to look at the facts of the investigation. I'm going to look at the facts of the investigation. I'm going to look at the facts of the investigation. I'm going to look at the facts of the investigation. How many times do you have to say that for you fucking retard?
Hey.
So are we just going to allow him to name call?
Stop doing that.
All right, guys.
Dude, you call names all the time, dude.
Okay, cool. So it's cool to do it then?
You said I'm too stupid to understand. You said I'm too stupid to understand anything. I can't understand anything. I'm so dumb. I'm just biased. I'm only here to insert doubt.
You are biased. You think you're so
dude,
fucking
you
smart.
are such a... You're a baby, dude. You're a baby. You can't handle it. It's okay.
Oh, someone's projecting. It's so cute.
Alrighty, guys.
Sid's sitting at the top of Mount Stupid, trying to call everybody else dumb.
And alrighty. Well, guys, we're going to go ahead and call it a night on that one. That was a very spirited debate. I mean, you can definitely look forward to the clips of it being posted within a couple hours.
Wait, Seth, one last thing. Can we do around the horn and get final thoughts on the Pretty and Good debate that we did, like we did with the insurrection debate, or is that too much?
Sure, why not? We can go ahead and do final thoughts on that one. Now,
okay.
I do want to leave final thoughts to first you guys, and then we'll go ahead and then we'll, as me and Gaming as the spectators, we'll go ahead and give our final thoughts. So, who want to go first between either you or you, Sid, or you want to give it to Monty?
I'll give it to Monty.
No, Monty, go ahead, Sid.
Me?
All right.
Oh,
yep.
Monty got completely BTFO'd in all three debates we had tonight. I don't think any point he made was compelling. I think he just wanted to get into personalities and insults, and then got offended when I started doing the same thing. And I think it was entertaining nonetheless. I love talking to Monty. I love the back and forth. And I commend him for being willing to do it all the time. Even
Sid, you need to stand next to your Wi-Fi, bud.
All right. Well, as far as I understand,
that cut out.
Oh, you pretty much said on your commending of Monty.
Yeah, no, I commend Monty. I like having debates, even if they are toxic and unproductive sometimes. I think the muting thing was pretty good. We actually like had a real discussion for a minute there, three separate times. And so thanks, Monty, for debating, and have a good night.
All right. And Monty.
So I think Sid, when he loses debates, he starts screaming and he starts yelling and calling people names. He doesn't like when his points are nailed down. He doesn't like when anybody holds him to something. He does that intentionally so that later on he can say, I didn't say that, or blah, 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 blah. He does it in a good-spirited manner, which appears to be good-spirited. That is called passive-aggressive. Just because it, on its face, doesn't sound too ridiculous to claim, that you hear later in his statement, if President AOC elected or appointed a bunch of sycophants, that's very telling in his perception of what's going on here. A sycophant of Donald Trump is going to be investigating this. So he's already trying to cast doubt on something he said he wanted and we should all want. And when we say, okay, this is what's going to happen, now suddenly he wants to start poking holes in it preemptively before it even happens. So I didn't get cooked on any of the debates. It's I guess time will tell what's actually justified and what's actually not justified. I will accept it. I don't think Sid will, because it's not going to go his way, and he doesn't accept anything that doesn't go his way, as clear by, his reaction and every other leftist reaction. When they lose, they get violent. When violence doesn't work, they get even more violent. So, I mean, only time will tell if I'm right. But when I am right, I hope to hear all of the same things that are being said right now. Oh, it's an independent investigation, and that's what we wanted. But if that's not good enough for you, then I don't know what will be. The only thing that my personal opinion is the only thing that's going to be good enough is a public execution of these ICE officers and this Border Patrol agent, and for Sid, because he thinks that's what happened.
All right, gaming. You want to go ahead and give your final thoughts?
Final thoughts are, well, while there was some structure, it kind of disintegrated at the end. Going forward in debates, how I like to always debate is purely off of legal definition, fact, and stated objectives. No name calling, no none of that. We're gentlemen. We represent ourselves as well as our significant others and those around them. So even though we joke and may have coarse language from time to time, if we're having a debate and we want to be taken seriously and not just a voice disappeared into the background noise, we ought to carry ourselves with the utmost dignity and respect, especially when we're having a good spirited debate. There was not much of substance, to be honest, on either side. It was mostly personal perspective opinions. I'll leave that there. In terms of the PRETTI situation, I'm still unsure, looking at all the facts and the data that we looked at today. I'm still unsure. It could go either way for me. Like, yeah, it can be ruled as justified because they heard a pop, but at the same time, the weapon was off of him. I do want to point out that CNN better run me my dang money because they scalped 100%, not 100% of S.E.T's video. I called it Sunday.
All right, guys. I'll go ahead and I'll give my personal opinion on this debate. To be quite honest, I think honestly, I like both of you. I like both of y'all. So honestly, my eyes, both of y'all came up here. Y'all also said y'all points out pretty well. I know both of you guys disagreed, but I honestly think you guys tackled each other's points pretty well. There were a couple points, of course, where I disagreed with both of you guys on, but in all honesty, I think if we do with the 3-minute reply and rebuttal and all this good stuff, you guys can have a real structured debate. People understand both sides. And I believe it's a little bit more entertaining. I mean, because trust me, you guys still go at each other regardless of the 3 minutes. So we still get the action with the structure. So I'm going to say it was a pretty fun debate. You guys definitely laid out your points. You guys are both well-spoken men, and I appreciate you guys coming up on the platform and sharing your opinions with everybody. So
I also want to say one more thing. If CNN or any other news outlet suddenly draws attention to the bullet casing that I pointed out,
I'm going to say this. If CNN try to look for Sid as a correspondent, Sid, I'm your manager, bro.
Sid is a correspondent. I'm telling you, Sid is a correspondent for CNN.
Like, bro, I'm
telling you, he's getting paid. That's why it's so funny to him, because he's getting paid to do this shit.
I'd never work for CNN, dude. I don't work for these corporate guys.
I can understand.
That's what a shill would say.
You think they'd want a guy going out and getting angry and saying the stuff I've said? No.
What's that stuff? What's the stuff that you've said? I thought you didn't
I said no. I said it. I admitted it.
No. I got you. You're good. You're good.
All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and close it out on this one, guys. I appreciate you guys for coming up. This is S.E.T. with S.E.T. Media. Appreciate the support, guys.
Hop in the Discord later.
Yeah, I'm down.
You always say you're
I'm tired.
Yeah, you're just gonna go to sleep again,
bruh. No, I still got research to do. Screw you guys.
Yeah, you're going to sleep. You're researching your dreams.
Thanks for having me up.
Back his eyelids.
All right, guys. Peace out, man. Bye.